Hi Wanda, welcome to Card Readings. I'm Margaret. If you like, subscribe and put your thumbs up if you want. So I'm going to talk about having the rights to have the right information. Doesn't matter what it is, if related to community, shops, your workplace, hospitals, police, anything, food, the right school that you want your child to go to. So it can relate to anything. Just you doing yourself like disability act, you have the right information. So it kind of relates to right across the road, across the board. The right information. Doesn't matter if it's a minor thing or something major, like no smoking in on site kind of stuff. Something minor but it can lead to something big, and that's why they have this kind of stuff. So I thought I'm going to use COBRA, because COBRA, everyone knows it, and it kind of goes across the board, no matter what you look at it, how you look at it. And this is really interesting, because as the right information, I just found out they have an act on it for COVID-19. I don't know if you can see it. Hope you do, because I want you to look at it, because it's quite interesting. I did not know this till yesterday. I came across YouTube. I put her name down, to room down, and it's quite interesting related to this. And that's why I chose COBRA, because it's, it's public, community, your workplace, your schools, media, hospitals, police, you name it, it's there, right? The whole COBRA is there. So I'm going to start off with me. Back in May, we started wearing masks, right? 2 days into it, I've kind of realised I'm allergic to it. So I went to the box where I got this from, and there's no information on it, what it's made of, right? That's illegal. When you have something like this, you should have information what it's made of. So if I wanted to, I can make a complaint on it. With the complaint on it, that even is the right to have the right information to where to go for the complaint, like the emails, website, whatever. So technically, whoever made these, and we do have Australian made now, and Chinese made, I think Chinese anyway, made, but the bulb don't have information of what it's made of. I was just lucky enough that it was a minor reaction. I'm related to, I'm allergic to it. Because if it was a major thing, like someone went into hospital or someone died over it, it's a whole different story. And they can take this person can take them to court over the relation, all right? So that's why having the right information is important, okay? And that's a perfect example in itself. The other thing with COBRA, and I won't go he or she did whatever, I'm not going to go into that, maybe a bit later, but this is not. But with the information with COBRA, I've only been to one place in here in Bendigo, right? And that's all the other places have it all in English, right? Now that's fair enough, yeah, but the majority of people who speak English can't read English, so you need to have it in another language or another way that a person can understand it. If you're blind, how do you get the information? Yeah, that kind of stuff. Some reason, like someone like me, I'm lucky enough I can do this, but someone like me who can't read, how am I going to get this information to me? That kind of stuff. If you speak in a different language, like French, Germany, England, Czech, that kind of stuff, how are you going to get that information, especially if English is not your language? Yeah, so whoever made these stuff up with COBRA is breaking the law, because they're not sharing they're not putting the information out there so everyone can understand it, and it's the right information. And that leads into the media. So you look at the media, we all know media is making stuff up. Doesn't matter what bit it is, I don't care, but the bits, you know, it's all made up, numbers, who dies, who doesn't die, right? In the news wise, they can get in trouble for this because the news is the news. They have to give you the right information. Yeah, the right information. It's in the standards, it's in the acts, and it's in the requirement. Doesn't matter how you look at it, it's given the right information. So again, right information for the right people. Again, it's the news, because news are important. If you want to know, say you want to know if your partner was okay, what do? You ring up. So you ring up the right number. It's the same thing when you watch the news and that. So it's that kind of stuff. And it's, yeah, so it's that. The other thing is, I'm going to look at the mass this Saturday. It went across the whole world. And we all know it went across the world. And a whole lot of people went to them. Here, I think it was Melbourne, here in Melbourne, it was over 10,000 people went to a march here in Melbourne Saturday. But what's interesting, I don't think people really think about this. Yes, we have a right to march. We have the right to have a freedom. We have the right to not wear a mask. We have the right not have a job. We have the right to not be tested, right? We do have these, right? It's the right information. We do have the rights here. But at the same time, in this way, I kind of don't like marches for this reason. People like the police and the press have the right to have a safe environment. So if you went along as a public, did you look into this? Because, and this is the right information, right? If someone like the police here in Melbourne, I think it was Melbourne or Sydney or Brisbane, was the three major ones, threw out dirt or poo or throw out stuff to the police and get them hurt, we're breaking the law as public because we're harming the police. We're putting them in a dangerous situation when we're throwing stuff at them, right? If we walk down the street, did nothing, to say we want our freedom back, to say something like that, we want our freedom back, and just did that, that would have been fine. But did you know, as a person has, the police has the right, have a right, the safe environment too. And I don't think people who goes out and do harm to other people in the march don't really think about that. Yes, we have the right to have our say, we have the right to have the right information, we have the right to do all these things, but people around have rights too. And I think that's what we need to look at too, okay? So when we go to do something, we need to look at that too. Yes, we have the right to choose, is this right for my child? But is my child right for this school? That kind of stuff, yeah? If I'm not wearing a mask, is it harming anyone? That kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I know it's kind of, say one thing then another, but it's true, like, especially with a mask, no one really stops to think about it, okay? And this is what the media is doing too, because there's so many different rights they're breaking related to the COBRA, okay? The right information straight out. I can tell you, if you watch 10 different news on 10 different networks or countries, sometimes they all have different opinions. They all have, and opinions are good, but you want the right information, yeah? And that's what I'm saying. So you want to have, you have the right to have the right information, okay? The other thing I want to put out there with this, I think that was pretty it, actually. It's just, I'm chose COBRA because I can go disability, I can go workplace, shops, that kind of stuff. I can go on and on and on with having the right information. But I thought this is probably the best way to go. So I hope this is useful. And the thing about COBRA itself, if you look at it, if you break it all down, they all have the right to have the right information. It doesn't matter where you look at it, the right in the sense of medical, what it is and where it comes from, how you catch it. That's the right information. Wearing a mask, like I said, what is it made of? Do I need to wear it? Do I need to get a jab? What's in the jab? And how? Where do I go if I have an issue with it? What do I do with it? That kind of stuff. Do I have to not wear a mask at the workplace? Because to me, they say yeah, wear it. We say HHS says it, but do we have the right not to wear it? That kind of stuff. What's another one? If a restaurant wants to have people on a table at a shop with COVID on, can they do it? That kind of stuff. Okay. Can I walk into a shop without a mask on? Yeah. So it kind of works into a lot of stuff. This COVID. What is the police right? If they're looking at it and think, oh, I don't believe in this COVID, can they have that right to say, no, I'm going to support the public here. I'm not going to help out with the mask. That kind of stuff. So it kind of goes out to different places, this COVID. Perfect example, a group of gym people, the dancers. I don't know if it was here in Australia, here in Melbourne or another state, but they weren't allowed to go and be on their own and film themselves and put it on YouTube or Facebook, something like that. But then you got your sports people doing it, that kind of stuff. So it kind of COVID goes out to almost everything related to having the right information, and that's why I chose it, because it goes to everywhere, into everything, okay? In a simple thing, if I got a jab, can I eat the fork? Do it, that kind of stuff. Does it have is it connected to eggs into the jab? Because we know some things do have eggs in it, right? That kind of stuff. So it kind of goes out in the big way, this whole COVID. Like I said, I'm not going to home pin whatever who's and who's not right or wrong in this. If you want to watch my other ones, you can see it. It's missing people psychic readings and a bit on here. So if you want to know my thoughts on COVID, you can watch that. But I'm just saying, having the right information is so important out there, and it's an act. It's an act, a standard part of procedures. It goes in all areas. And I thought this is the perfect one, because the next one will be into the right to have the right to choose, and that's another ball game in itself. So I'm going to leave this at this stage. I hope you like it, and it made me think on Saturday, and that's why I chose it, because this can go into other areas. So hope you like it. Subscribe everyone and thumbs up everyone, and I'll see you next time on YouTube. Bye.